Hi everybody, it's Professor Michalsen. Welcome to our human trafficking class here at Montclair State University. Since this is an online class, I won't get to meet most of you in person, but sure, I know some of you from previous classes, and looking forward to getting to know all of you digitally. So this video is an introduction to our class. I'll be talking briefly about myself and then about the requirements for the class and briefly about this concept of human trafficking. So, I have a PhD in criminal justice with a focus on gender and crime. I got into this field, well, for a lot of reasons, but what's pertinent to this class is that I got into this field because I don't believe that things are black and white and things are not easy, that the world is full of gray areas. And as you'll see over the course of this semester, human trafficking is a perfect example of places where, of a topic where there are so few clear answers and everything is pretty much gray. So this class is not just about learning about human trafficking. It's certainly we will talk about human trafficking, and certainly we will talk about things that have been popularized in such things as films like Taken, which may be your reason for taking this class. I know a lot of people take this class because they liked that movie. But human trafficking is a way to think about the whole world, right? Think about huge topics, everything from globalization and global warming to poverty and racism, and the ways that gender, for me in particular, I'm interested in the ways that gender affect how people are in the world and their options and how we view them. So I want you to also think about, you'll leave this class knowing more about human trafficking, but I'd like it to help you learn about who you are and what you want to do and how this class will help you figure out who you are and how you want to work towards justice, right? Most of you, if not all of you, are justice studies majors here at Montclair State, and so justice is at the heart of what you're working at. So how does learning about human trafficking get you closer to figuring out what role justice plays in your life? I'd like you all to pay attention to the messiness and the complicated nature of this world, right? And how human trafficking, there's someone playing music outside my window. It's distracting. How the messy and complicated nature of this world is going to be reflected in this sort of human trafficking topic that we're doing. So you'll see this is a 300 level class, so my lectures are going to be complimentary of the readings. I am not going to be rehashing the readings. I will definitely be referencing the readings, but I will not be going over them, in detail. That's your job, to read them and then to discuss them on the discussion boards. So if you take a look at our syllabus, I was just talking about gray areas, right? Our syllabus, in fact, has a gray scale on it at the very beginning. So remember that I want you to be thinking in grays, which means I want you to be thinking that there is no wrong, there is no right, there is no good guy, there is no bad guy here. It's much more complicated than that. And if we're going to address the issue of human trafficking on a global scale, we have to recognize that just simply finding the bad guy, hunting down the bad guys like Liam Neeson does in Taken is not what's going to solve this problem. It's much bigger than that, okay? So you'll see I asked you some questions. Let's go through the syllabus together. I asked you some questions at the beginning, at the sort of top of the syllabus, to think about how human trafficking might be impacting your life right now, right? How human trafficking might be here or in my computer that I'm looking at or in the phone that I'm talking to you on, right? Where is human trafficking in your life, and how that might help you learn more about it, okay? Now, so again, this is a 300 level class. I'm at the bottom of page 2. In that it's an online class, obviously I cannot take attendance. The way that I ensure that you are participating is using our discussion board postings. You are required to post a minimum of 30 times to the discussion boards over the course of this semester. That includes, listen carefully, that includes original posts and replies. The point of the discussion boards is not for each of you to write a post to prove to me that you read. I like that. That's great. But what I need for there to be is the discussion that would be happening if we were in a classroom together. Okay? So when you post something original, it says, oh, I was so interested in what I read, then you're going to have another person who says that, and you could say, oh, wow, that's interesting. That's not how I saw it, or whatever it is, right? So I want you to be replying and discussing. A part of that is also going to be, I'm going to be watching your discussion board postings to see that you're doing it over the course of the semester. I have students who do great posting 30, 35 times, but they do it the day before the end of the class. That's not going to get you a high grade on your discussion board postings. The person who gets a perfect score on their discussion board postings is going to be the person who starts at the beginning of the semester, and whenever we have a topic, if it's a particular day or particular week that a topic comes out, talk about it. Go online, pretend this is Facebook or Instagram or whatever favorite website that you have, and go on every day. Or if this is a summer class, because I teach this in the summer and I teach it in the regular semesters. If it's a summer, you should be logging on every day. If it's over the course of the semester, make sure you're on at least a couple of times a week, right? So get that discussion going. Let's pretend we're in a classroom together, okay? You're responsible for all the readings. Again, in any class, but this is a 300 level class. I am going to be doing, you'll see that the syllabus is full of peer-reviewed journal articles, which you should be quite familiar with by now, and then also some original reports from great sources. I'm really pretty proud of the readings. I'm pretty attached to them. I think you'll like them too. If you have any trouble with the readings, always just email me. We can either talk over email, or we can set up a phone conversation, or if it's during the semester, we can meet in my office. I'm happy to talk to you anytime. Okay? So the course is obviously on Canvas. You should be this is the beginning. You should be reviewing the syllabus, obviously with me right now, but you should become quite familiar with the syllabus. You should also be going into the course documents section, or modules. I just called it course documents. That was when it was Blackboard. In the module section, you will see that I have arranged the topics by folder, and it's pretty well organized. Every topic in that folder, you have your readings, you have your discussion boards for that topic, you have any supplementary materials, any other links that I think you should be looking at, any videos, you name it. If it's that topic, go to that module, okay? Assignments are also on Canvas. You will be submitting all of your assignments on Canvas for an online class, and due dates are there. You should be getting alerts as things come due. Make sure you pay attention to the times that things are due. I've also activated Turnitin, which is a plagiarism detector, I guess. So please don't plagiarize. Just don't do it. You'll get a 0 on the assignment. You may get failed for the class. When in doubt, contact me. When in doubt, put it in quotes and say who wrote it. But always, if you have a question, just contact me. Wikipedia. I love Wikipedia. My dad loves Wikipedia, right? It's a fantastic source of information. But don't use it as a source, okay? Always check at the bottom. You can click on those little links that show where the information came from. Take a look down at the bottom, go to that source, okay? But use Wikipedia for ideas, absolutely. Just don't use it for your only source, because, frankly, short story. My son, for a little while, he's 6, he got very interested in world leaders. Don't ask. And he wanted to know who the prime minister and the president, all this stuff of all these different countries were. He ended up, at one point, on the iPad, going into Wikipedia and editing the Wikipedia entry for the Prime Minister of Norway. I don't even remember what he wrote about her, and he was about to hit save, and he could have done that, right? So anyone can edit Wikipedia. Anyone can write anything. Don't use it as your final source. Okay, that's my Wikipedia rant. There will not be quizzes in this class unless I feel like people really just aren't doing the work, and then I have free reign to make some pop quizzes. All right, so your grade. Your grade is based mostly on a set of worksheets. We'll talk about them more as the semester goes on, but you'll be doing a worksheet on how something you eat might be rooted in human trafficking. You'll be doing one also with a piece of clothing. You'll be watching 2 films, Very Young Girls, which is a documentary about domestic sex trafficking here in the US, and you'll be watching Taken. Yes, you have to watch it again, and doing worksheets on those. Your class participation is obviously another huge part of your grade. And then you'll be watching a documentary of your choice and writing up a little discussion board about it, okay? I tend to think that they're very interesting assignments. I think you'll like them. I hope you'll like them, okay? Your grades will all go up on the grade book on Canvas as soon as I do the grading, okay? Content. So here's your content notification. The material that we will be discussing in this class and reading about and watching in our films and reading in our readings is incredibly difficult. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself before, during, or after reviewing this material. If you feel like it is becoming pretty distressing for you, contact me. We'll figure out a way for you to learn what you need to learn without it being distressing and getting in the way of your learning, okay? And related to that, I should have said this earlier, if you have a disabilities dispensation, make sure that I get that so we can make the appropriate changes to your requirements as early as possible, okay? Let's see, so our reading schedule, you'll see that for each topic, I have a set of readings that are usually, not always, but usually divided by last name. Make sure that you are doing the reading that is attached to your last name. I do this because I get a little excited about assigning readings and then there are too many. And so this way, everybody gets to discuss the different readings, but everybody doesn't have to spend all their time reading. But if you want to do more, God bless, please do that. Okay, so for those topics where you have the readings divided by last name, you are only required to do the one for your last name. And it makes for better discussions because then people can talk about what they read with people who didn't read that thing. Okay, I think that is pretty much it. It is possible that I will have extra credit opportunities available over the course of the semester. I will send out announcements about those as they come up. Usually they are events, either online events or in-person events, though they might be, I don't know, watching a movie or doing some sort of a reading. Generally, when I do an extra credit assignment, you have to write 1,000 words about what you attended or what you watched. And you can have up to 10 points added to your attendance or participation grade. The highest scoring people will have papers that related what they saw to what we've been learning about in class. All right, so I think that's everything. I'm under my 15-minute goal for this intro video. Again, if you have any questions, any comments, whatever, just email me and we can, I'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. All right, and I look forward to having you over the course of this semester. All right, bye.